I am Christina Ennis, and welcome to the 2024 Mineral Resources Review podcast. Today we are sponsored by HR Project Partners, and we are powered by Gale Force Winds. I am here this afternoon with Gary Stanley, Managing Director with Global Mineral Strategies. Thanks so much for joining me, Gary.
The honor is all mine, Christina. Thank you so much for the invitation. Happy to be here.
It is my pleasure. So, Gary, to kick us off, can you tell me a little bit about your background and what brings you to the Mineral Resources Review this week?
Well, thank you so much. So I'm delighted to be here. My background really is rooted in federal service. So for more than 40 years, and that means going all the way back to Ronald Reagan. I'm one of those few people that actually can say I served every U.S. president from Ronald Reagan to Joe Biden. And part of that was in the area of natural resource development, but also in looking at the long-term competitiveness of global mineral strategy areas.
Okay.
As the director of the Office of Critical Minerals and Metals at the Commerce Department, which is where I served until the end of last year, one of the things that we recognized was the importance to develop long-term supply chains that are resilient, reliable, and affordable. And that's not the case now because we see countries like China and like Russia that have a dominant place here. So It's really kind of building relationships and developing the kind of projects that'll build here a long time.
Absolutely. That sounds like you've had a very interesting career path.
It was.
And it has brought you here to the Rock itself, to St. John's.
It is.
Is it your first time here in St. John's?
It is. So this is my first time here to St. John's. I've been to many places basically from Vancouver all the way to Toronto and to Quebec and to Montreal, but this is my first time coming to St. John's, so it's a real thrill for me to be here.
Awesome. Well, welcome to our beautiful province. One thing that I love about the mining sector in Newfoundland and Labrador is that mining is in all corners of our province. It's on the island portion. It is in Labrador in multiple locations. So I think you're in the right place. So when it comes to critical minerals and kind of this show and Newfoundland and Labrador, what interests you about this event?
Well, the thing that really stands out about this event, this is a signature event in this location, and it is really, if I can use a mining terminology, it's a hidden gem. In other words, there's so much to be learned about this particular province, and also the understanding that there is a great history here that has yet to be unveiled, and stories that haven't been told. And I'm so eager to meet people and to hear from both the government, but also from the industry side, what's their vision, what's their passion for the critical minerals area.
Awesome. So for folks who might be watching who might not be as familiar as a lot of people who are here today about critical minerals, what are some of those minerals that are considered critical and why are they critical?
So the word critical is almost like the word beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. It depends on who you're talking to. But when I think of minerals that are deemed or seen as critical, I think of things such as lithium, such as nickel, as cobalt, manganese, graphite, and rare earths. Why? Because they're so integral to an energy transformation that we're seeing taking place, but it also is necessary inputs for making things such as EVs, as solar panels, and so forth. So if we're going to be a part of a energy transformation that doesn't just affect this generation, but generations going forward, we need to gain access to these minerals, but also have the ability to process them to advance goods as well. There's other minerals such as copper that maybe doesn't get the attention that others do, but I see it also as being critical because, again, it's energy as well as its healthcare implications.
Awesome. One thing that I find here, there's a lot of folks who I don't think realize how big the mining sector here is, but also how big the opportunity is for the future. And these critical minerals, like you say nickel?
Yep.
Everybody across this province knows that we've got nickel.
Yep.
Does everybody know that it's critical to a lot of these transitions? Maybe not. And it's really positive to see folks like yourself coming to the province, and I'm really happy to be able to share stories like this. It feels really good to see folks interested in investment or development in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Well, the thing that excites me, Christina, about this and why I'm so excited about being here is that it is a story that is yet to be told in a province that I think has tremendous potential. Hearing the passion of the industry and the government people is the key to making this a long-term project. So it's exciting to see the energy and the excitement about being here is really tremendous. And I think there's also so much that we can share and so much that we can learn together in this space.
Absolutely. Gary, is there anything else you'd like to add that you think might be valuable or beneficial for folks who might be watching on social media or on YouTube?
I do, and if I had a closing message, I would say this, that elections, obviously it's an election in the United States today.
It is.
And I know that there's also an election not too far off in the future for you Canadians.
Yep.
But to look at these kinds of issues as bigger than any political party or any political movement.
Absolutely.
But this is to our long-term competitiveness, our sustainability, and showing the world how to do hard work the right way, so that everything from the environment to the indigenous people to trade with allies and partners becomes not just a talking point, it becomes a way of life. And it's so exciting to be a part of the conversation.
Awesome. I love that closing message, Gary. And if you're looking for a jurisdiction that loves collaborations and sustainability and respect for Indigenous communities and growth and opportunity, you are in absolutely the right place. And I'm really excited for you, to learn more about our province. Thank you so much for coming to Newfoundland and Labrador and to the Mineral Resources Review. And I hope you enjoy your week.
Thank you, Christina.
Stay tuned, folks. We will have more from the Mineral Resources Review coming up.